Hi guys. Okay, I'm just doing this video to recap on some of the things that we discussed in class. I believe some of you are feeling a little bit lost. So what we went through was HTML forms. HTML forms are used for the likes of registration forms, login sections in the page. So it's basically when you have an input box and you want to submit something, then you use a form. So here we have a opening tag and a closing tag form, and then we have to choose what kind of input we're going to take from the user. So these boxes here, these are text boxes, so its type is equal to text. Now in this case here I don't have a submit button, and if we go a few slides further, I've just corrected this. Actually this submit was missing, so the latest version of the slides will have this. So this input type submit will have this submit button here. So the challenge was to create a form. You gather the information like first name or last name or name and email, I think our challenge was, and then when we press submit we send that information to an action page, and on that action page we had to process the information and echo it or print it to the screen. So the solution is done over here, and I'll just demonstrate in case you weren't able to get this up and running, this code. I'll just demonstrate it from my end. So I'll just hide this. So over here in Visual Studio Code, I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call this form.php. So this is corresponding to this here. I'm going to create a HTML template. So the main thing here is my form has to go into my body. So I'm choosing the form tag, and an action. We're going to go to a page called welcome.php. Now we could call it action.php, we could call it test.php, it's anything we want really. So as long as we have a file here called welcome.php. So I'm going to create a file called welcome.php. Now the method that we are going to choose for this one is post. Okay, for this part we'll just speed it up a little bit. So we put in an input type text for name, and we put our email address in there, and put that input type as email, and this way it would validate the email format. Okay, so we make sure we have a submit button as well, and that's it. So I save that. Now my welcome page, I again choose a HTML template. I'm going to catch this information. I'm just going to welcome, and I use my PHP code or PHP tag and I echo the post. So it's $, and the underscore is important. Full name. Then I close my PHP tag with a question mark, and that should print out my full name. Then a new email, and now I want to print that, and I have to put it again into PHP tags echo. It was a post request, and just copy this. My button is broken this for this one, so I need to copy and paste it. Go to my form, and the email address name of this input I've called email address, like this. Okay, then I close that again. I then start up my map. Okay, so on the Mac I need to set this preference to the folder that I have my files in. Now on a Windows, this will be pointing at your HD Docs folder. I have a folder called Web Dev Demo, and it's in here. Select that, press OK, start the server. Okay, now I go to my local host, and it's form.php. I go John, my email was jsnell@cct.ie, click on submit, and then this is being passed, not through the URL, but with the post request saying welcome John. So this on page welcome.php, this is after picking up full name from the previous page, so from the previous form. I'm just going to put a break here. I'm going to do this again. So it's after catching all of these variables or these values from my form from the previous page. Okay, so now that we've done post, we're going to try it out with get. So I change these to get, I save it, and I go to form, change this to get as well. Could be lowercase or uppercase, it shouldn't matter. Save it. Now I'm going to put in Paul this time, asdf@hotmail.com. When I press submit, now this is what I was hoping to get. Notice here I have changed it to get, but it's still empty. Okay, so nothing seems to be passed there. So what you need to do is you have to make sure to refresh this page, and then we go back here again and I'll refresh this page as well. So hopefully this time around it will work. I press on submit and now it's working. So if you're getting unexpected behaviors, either clear the cache. So to go and clear the cache, you go to Chrome menu and then clear browsing data. Might be slightly different in Windows, but you should be familiar with how to clear your cache. And otherwise, refresh the page, make sure it refreshes. Okay, now I could have had this as capital letters as well, and that shouldn't make a difference. So David @hotmail.com, click on submit, and notice that with the get request, my URL is carrying the information. So you've got your key and then your value. So key, full name, value David, key email address, value David @hotmail.com. Okay.